What's up and welcome to My Point of View. I am your fat and opinionated host, and is anyone else having trouble keeping up with all of this modern day nonsense? I'm only 31 years old. I turn 32 next month. And I myself, I'm having a problem keeping up with all of this stuff. So I can only imagine how things are for someone in their 50s, 60s, 70s. It must be damn near impossible to navigate through the world, looking at the world through the lenses of someone older and watching all of this nonsense play out. It's really weird, and it's hard to understand. It's hard to keep up with. You know, I've always been told from the pronoun people that it's disrespectful not to use someone's preferred pronouns. So the other day there was a little incident in Louisville where someone decided to carry out a violent act at a bank. When discussing that topic and when identifying the suspect, I used the suspect's pronouns because the suspect was adamant about including his pronouns in all of his bios across social media. But then the pronoun mob got angry. They said that it was disrespectful to label his pronouns, but I was told that it was literal violence if you ignore someone's pronouns. But it goes to show that these people want you to respect their pronouns unless you use them when identifying them after they carry out a violent act. And boy, oh boy, has there been an uptick of violent acts carried out by the pronoun people. Well, there's also some drama going on with a little beer company, Bud Light. You can tell I don't drink much beer. Bud Light is going through a controversy right now because they decided to endorse someone by the name of Mulvaney. If you don't know who that is, Mulvaney is a really creepy person that does woman face. He pretends to be a woman for social media clout. No, he's not even really trans. No, he's just a gay dude that has tried everything he could to become famous, and now he has resorted to pretending to be a little girl for attention online. And boy, oh boy, do people give him that attention. Well, he's been doing this little thing where he counts down the days of him being a woman. It all started with day number 1, and on day 365, Bud Light decided to congratulate him on his first year of being a woman. And they printed his face on the Bud Light cans, and they sent it to his house, and they sent him some money to sponsor Bud Light. Now, I have a question for every woman in the audience right now. Did Bud Light send you any gifts for being a woman? Did Bud Light congratulate you all in your first year of being a woman? Like, I understand a lot of you probably don't have memories that go back to when you were 1 year old, but ask your mother, ask your father. Did you get a special package in the mail when you were 1 year old after 1 year of being a female? At any point in time in your life, did Bud Light print your face on the side of a beer can? I find it weird that Bud Light did not decide to congratulate or celebrate a real woman, but instead they decided to celebrate a weird man with some type of kink or fetish who also is just trying desperately to become relevant and famous. I don't know about you all, but as I look around, I am seeing dudes dressed as women be celebrated more than actual women, and I have a problem with that, and I'm not afraid expressing that opinion. So Bud Light decided, hey, this is going to be the new face. This dude who pretends to be a woman, that pretends to be a little girl, this is who we are going to endorse. We're going to congratulate them. It's so brave that they went through a year of being a woman on TikTok. Meanwhile, you all are living your lives as a real woman every day, and these companies don't give a damn. But in response to this, Bud Light is losing a lot of money. I mean, it's bleeding out. People are boycotting the beer. I personally don't have to because I don't drink Bud Light. I'm not here to tell you to boycott it. You do what you want. I'm just here to report on what's going on. So there's been a lot of pushback. And it looks like Bud Light has lost like $4 billion within the matter of a couple of days. And it's not getting better. It's only going to get worse. Let's go ahead and dive into this article. Bud Light's Dylan Mulvaney stunt cost the company $4 billion so far. American beer brand Bud Light knocked $4 billion off its parent company, Anheuser-Busch's market cap this past week, following an advertisement featuring Dylan Mulvaney. On March 31st, Anheuser-Busch had a market cap of $132.38 billion. By April 10th, that figure had dropped to $128.4 billion, with signs that the stock price will continue to fall. Mulvaney posed with a Bud Light can in a bubble bath in early April in a failed Bud Light marketing attempt to alter its targeted demographic. The campaign was an instant disaster for the company, which provoked furious backlash and an almost unanimous verdict amongst its customers: boycott the brand. The result, after just a few days, has been a 3% decline in Anheuser-Busch's stock price. One such irate customer was recording artist Kid Rock, who uploaded a video of himself shooting stacked crates of Bud Light with an MP5 before turning to the camera and saying, "F Bud Light." The video has since been viewed by more than 51 million people on Twitter alone. Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light have been silent since the financial downturn. And yeah, they're trying to hide their head in the sand. What's happening is these big companies, they're hiring these activists straight out of college to run their marketing and advertisement programs or what have you. And these people are single-handedly tanking these companies to the ground. When you're a company like a beer company, you shouldn't take any stance on any of these controversial matters. I mean, any company shouldn't be standing behind someone like Dylan Mulvaney. Even trans people know that Dylan Mulvaney is a fraud. Okay? That's how bad it is. Which brings me to a point that I was making in my other video over on my main channel. That Dylan Mulvaney didn't gain this level of fame and clout from people supporting him. It came from people despising him and his videos. It's a new marketing ploy that people use often these days. They're rage baiting. And the rage clicks and the rage reshares made Dylan Mulvaney a household name and face. I honestly cannot get on the internet without seeing this person almost every day, and I am sick and tired of it. But these companies, they're hiring these woke activists that are tanking the companies. And the stockholders don't even realize what's happening to them. You know, some of the stockholders are so out of touch that they don't realize, oh, well, why is the stock going down? What's happening here? They don't realize that these companies are hiring freaking weirdos that are tanking these companies. Like I was saying, when you're someone like Bud Light, you shouldn't get in the middle of culture wars, because Bud Light should appeal to everyone. If you're Dylan Mulvaney, or if you're the person watching this video, everyone should be able to enjoy a Bud Light without Bud Light cramming certain views and picking sides. But these companies are picking sides. That's very obvious. And most of you watching this video and me, we aren't on the side that they chose. So they will continue to preach to us. They will continue to lose millions upon millions, if not billions of dollars while doing so, because for them, the agenda is more important than the profit. The sooner people realize that, the sooner people will come to realize what type of game we are playing in here. You know, these companies losing money is not going to stop these companies from promoting these agendas. I know a lot of people think it will, but honestly, I think these companies are in it for the long haul. If you ask why, well, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we may have to talk about in the future, like ESG scores and things of that nature. But there's a reason why all of these companies are taking these stances that are losing them millions upon millions of dollars. And it's not because of what they believe per se, but it's because what they believe is to come, which is an entirely new system that we will all be living under. Let me know your thoughts about this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and remember, always remain opinionated.